Welcome to the shooting show. This week we're heading up to Glen Etive in search of ptarmigan, plus we bring you all the latest news from the shooting world. Okay, so we're just heading out for ptarmigan. We're going to go up on the Highlander. You'll see the ridge, the top's there, that's Ben Moor. The Highlander's, the peak, the summit is right at the back of here. So it's 2,500 feet, so we started at sea level, so it's quite a climb. But it's all character building stuff and onwards and upwards. Okay, that was the first part of the ascent, and it's quite a boggy. It's pretty flat, but very boggy, like knee deep. So a bit of a challenge to get across that. But then Ruth had more of a challenge on the collar to burn. So she crossed the burn. It's very slippy. Ruth ended up on her knees in actually midstream. So the cameraman rescued her. So well done, Stuart. And onwards and upwards again. Okay, so we've got the cairn in the middle of the saddle, just below the first ridge of the Highlander. So a bit of a hike up, a couple of little calamities on the way, but Ruth got completely wet, both boots filled. So just got to the top, just out of the wind. We had our lunch, then we just come up here to the cairn, got changed into some dry clothes, because you soon get cold when the wind's on you. And then we're just going to go up this little bit of a ridge, and then we'll line out and we'll start shooting ptarmigan. So fingers crossed. Go forward, don't go to it, just go. Keep going forward, guys.
It's right there, isn't it?
Yeah.
It will go if I go at it.
Steady on, Stuart. Okay, keep walking forward, boys. You just keep angling up slightly, Bob. Don't go to it. If it goes left, it's Bob's. If it goes right, it's James's. It's going to go now.
Keep gently going. A bit of time I got up front, I can hear it gurgling.
Yeah. Well, they shot. It was a cluster of 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So I'll hit 2 with 1 shot, I think.
Perfect.
Big boy.
So, Bob, scenery?
Absolutely wonderful.
And?
Yes, 2 ptarmigan. Nice
Beautiful
low flyers. Probably 2 shot perhaps.
Yeah.
What a finer place could it be? Look at this. Absolutely wonderful. Could you take a picture of the... yeah. Sorry, you take one of that? We have.
Yeah, I have, but I'll think about that by the
that is a
beach.
real, that's about half as heavy as that little one.
Is it?
Yeah, we'll feel them. Yeah.
It's fantastic to come all the way up for that.
Yeah, that one looks quite.
Not sure.
Prime, isn't it?
Yeah.
But neither of them have long claws.
No.
One's got much hairier feet. You look at the younger one, it's still straight feathers on the feet.
Well, that's a great end to a fantastic day at the ptarmigan. Unfortunately, Bob shot every bird. Poor old
Fortunately for me.
Poor old Ruth. Do you feel guilty, Bob?
Extremely. Very. For 30 seconds, as you said.
Poor old Ruth and James, they got a couple of shots, and unfortunately, Bob seemed to be in the right place every time. But hey, that's wild bird shooting, so
Luck of the draw.
yeah.
That's
And
the luck of the draw.
Ruth and James will get a go tomorrow. They're raring to get up on the hill again. So we'll do a full day, a very early morning start like we did today, which actually worked for us because we got a good few hours actually on the hill. to work all the scree bits where you find the ptarmigan, and some good shooting, to be fair. How many shots did you have, Bob?
Well, 2 of these went down
With one shot.
with 1 shot, and that happened twice.
Yeah, that
So
helps.
just so about 8 shots altogether, I suppose.
Oh, well
7,
done.
8 shots, missed a couple.
Okay.
Yeah,
And you're using the Zenith 30-gram fibre wads?
I am indeed. They performed very
Yeah,
well,
great.
admirably.
Absolutely great.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, stopping power.
So there's a lot of hard work goes into ptarmigan shooting, but they're just a special game bird, and that's your first time ever at the ptarmigan.
Absolutely, yeah. And what a fantastic looking bird. They'll be eaten, and we'll be well fed with these beautiful creatures. And
Oh, you
there we
will
are.
be.
And you will be. You've got a few to get tomorrow, Peter. You've got about 6 to get tomorrow, mate. So,
Brilliant. Well, it was good to have you on the hill, and I'm glad I'm glad you've had a red letter day.
it's been great anyway, and thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Bob there, bagging 5 ptarmigan. And now it's the shooting show news.
This is the Shooting Show News. Where's your favourite place to shoot? Give it some recognition in the nation's favourite shooting ground award, which is open now. Run by Clay Shooting magazine, the award is decided entirely by a public vote and includes regional and discipline-specific categories as well as the top prize. So if you've got a favourite ground and you want to see its name in lights, pick up a copy of Clay Shooting for a voting form or head to clay-shooting.com/NFSG. Competitive shooting has received a $10 million boost from the new president of the ISSF. Vladimir Lissin has established a new development fund for the shooting sports and put $10 million of his own cash into the fund to kick it off. The shooting industry is invited to make further contributions. Steel magnate Lissin has been described as one of the richest people in the world, but his contribution will nevertheless mean extra assistance to ISSF federations that need it most. Staying with competitive shooting, British shooting is already looking ahead to the major internationals of 2019 and has announced its teams for the first 2 World Cups. 12 athletes will head to Acapulco for the World Cup in March, then 12 more to the UAE a month later. Kirsty Barr, Matt Coward-Holly, Amber Hill and Michael Gilligan are among the shooters who will be heading to both. And finally, with voting still taking place in the Great British Shooting Awards, we take a look at one of the categories you can have your say in. This week it's the Optics of the Year award, and the nominees are Carly's Helia rangefinding binoculars, Leopold VX6HD, Swarovski DS, Vortex Crossfire Red Dot, Zeiss Victory RF. Which do you think should win the award? Have your say by heading to greatbritishshootingawards.com. That was the Shooting Show News.
Well, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Please like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And if you're not a member of BASC, it's time to join now. BASC, looking after your sport, looking after you. This has been The Shooting Show.